Imagine a machine that can perform a vertical climb through the clouds, entirely untouchable by conventional radar systems. The F-22 Raptor is the most lethal fifth-generation fighter jet ever fielded by the United States. In mock dogfights against other high-end jets, the Raptor's performance was dominant. It frequently neutralized entire squadrons of Allied aircraft before the opposing pilots could even detect its presence. Despite this technological superiority, the U.S. military halted the program years ago, dismantled the production line, and is now moving the fleet toward a quiet retirement. This chart reveals the scale of the program's contraction. The Air Force originally envisioned a fleet of 750 aircraft, but budget cuts and shifting priorities reduced that number to a final total of only 186. The F-22 reached retirement early because its extreme secrecy and specialized performance were misaligned with the economic and geopolitical realities of the 21st century. To achieve its signature stealth, the Raptor utilizes a specific geometry that minimizes radar reflections. Unlike older jets that carry missiles on their wings, the F-22 conceals its entire arsenal within internal weapons bays to maintain a smooth, near-invisible profile. This capability made the jet highly attractive to U.S. partners like Japan, Israel, and Australia. These nations were prepared to pay a high premium to acquire the Raptor, which would have significantly offset the development costs for the United States. However, political concerns intervened. In 1998, Congress passed a strict law that made it federally illegal to export the F-22 to any foreign nation, regardless of their diplomatic status. Washington feared that even a slight risk of cyber espionage or reverse engineering was too high. They believed the Raptor's radar systems and stealth coatings were sensitive secrets that could not be shared without compromising American air superiority. Those fears were rooted in history. Stolen American aerospace data has previously appeared in the hardware of foreign rivals, such as China's J-20 fighter, which bears a strong resemblance to American stealth designs. By choosing absolute secrecy over export sales, the U.S. government placed the entire financial burden of the F-22's multi-billion-dollar research and development program on the American taxpayer alone. Its aerodynamic dominance is a product of high-precision mechanics. It utilizes supercruise, flying faster than the speed of sound without using fuel-heavy afterburners. It also relies on thrust-vectoring engines that tilt up and down mechanically, providing the aircraft with extreme, physics-defying maneuverability in close-quarters dogfights. But as the Raptor entered service, the U.S. found itself engaged in long-term insurgencies in Iraq and Afghanistan. In these environments, the enemy lacked an air force and sophisticated radar networks. This made the F-22's primary strengths, stealth and high-altitude dogfighting, largely irrelevant to the ground-focused missions at hand. The F-22 was a Ferrari in a bicycle race, perfectly optimized for a high-tech aerial war that simply never took place during its operational life. This graph shows the economic reality of the program. As the military realized they didn't need a large fleet for 21st-century insurgencies, they reduced their orders. These cuts meant the fixed costs were spread across fewer planes, driving up the price of each jet. By the time production halted, the final price had reached an estimated $412 million per aircraft. The Pentagon eventually prioritized a different solution, the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. While less specialized for dogfighting than the Raptor, the F-35 was designed to be more versatile and cheaper to build in massive quantities. The F-35 was also built as a global partnership from the very start. International exports were baked into the business model, ensuring that other nations would help pay for the platform's development. At the same time, the military turned to unmanned drones like the MQ-1 Predator. These aircraft filled the actual needs of modern warfare, long-duration surveillance, and precision strikes, at a fraction of the cost of a manned stealth fighter. The U.S. military concluded that specialized air superiority was a luxury. They moved instead toward a doctrine of multi-role adaptability and global cost-sharing. Today, the F-22 fleet faces significant maintenance challenges. Because the production line was dismantled, spare parts are scarce, and the high-performance airframes are reaching their structural limits after years of use. To fill the gap left by retiring Raptors, the U.S. Air Force is buying brand-new, upgraded versions of the much older F-15. The new F-15EX sacrifices stealth for payload capacity. It serves as a reliable bomb truck, carrying far more munitions than the Raptor's internal bays could ever accommodate. The math behind this shift is simple. For the price of a single F-22, the military can buy 5 modern F-15s, providing much more utility for a wider range of missions. The F-22 Raptor is a reminder that in modern warfare, technological dominance is only one piece of the puzzle. If a weapon system cannot survive the economic, security, and political pressures of its era, it remains a masterpiece built for a future that never arrived.